Hello, in this section I'm going to install OptimiDoc on the clear installation of Microsoft Windows Server 2012. For this demonstration I have prepared the installer of version 6.0.1 and when I click on the installer, first option is the selection of the language. For this I will leave the default English, and after I confirm the language, first of all the system checks the prerequisites. Inside the prerequisites there is mainly the .NET Framework 4.5. After I have prepared all the prerequisites, I get to the wizard. Inside the wizard I have firstly two options, the simple installation and advanced one. The simple installation installs the OptimiDoc in the default settings, and there is only one question about the install folder. The second option, which I will select for this demonstration, is the advanced, and with these settings you can define some basic configuration of the OptimiDoc. When I click on the next, I get to the second section, and this is the definition of the type of server. OptimiDoc could be installed in the cluster with utilization of the Windows network load balancing and the public IP address. When I select the cluster node, I need to enter the public IP address of the full cluster. For this demonstration, I will keep just the single server. Also, the second option is a scan delivery. The delivery from the Xerox device to the OptimiDoc server could be done in two ways. First way is the FTP data transfer, and the second is the HTTP or HTTPS. We recommend to utilize the HTTPS because in that case there's no need to manage some FTP servers or anything else. So after I select the scan delivery or leave the scan delivery to the default HTTP, I click on the next button. The next option is the definition of the SQL server or the SQL database. In the default value, we are using own internal SQL database, or you can connect directly to the SQL server, where you need to enter the information about the server and its instance, the database, and of course username and password. For this demonstration I will again use the default settings, so the MS SQL Express, including the installation of the demo configuration. When I click on the next, the last option is the definition of the final destination where the OptimiDoc will be installed. I will leave again the default value, so the C drive or system drive and the OptimiDoc. The last is the confirmation that I want to install the system, and that's all what I need to do for the installation. During the installation process, the OptimiDoc automatically installs the required software like a Microsoft SQL Server Express LocalDB or any other required sys components. Also, the installer automatically checks the system configuration and automatically configures required functionalities of the Windows server like IIS or any other settings. So the installation finished, and I close the installer by confirming it on the finish button. And when I want to see the configuration or the web interface, I just double click on the OptimiDoc icon. This will automatically open the Internet Explorer with the OptimiDoc site. So now I can select the language in the top right corner. I will select the English one and log in with the default admin name and password. This is the admin and admin. After the authentication, I get directly to the administrator dashboard, through which I can see some general information and of course also the possibility to activate the license. I have two options how I can activate the OptimiDoc. First way is the activation through the internet, that I will put here just the name of the company, address, and of course serial number. And when I click on the save, the system automatically register this installation and downloads the license data. The second option is when the customer is using the proxy server, or the server is offline without a connection to the internet. In that case, you need to use the offline activation, and this is described inside the help file under the section offline activation. There is a complete description how you shall activate the OptimiDoc offline. So that was the installation and the activation of the system.